thank you both for sitting down with us today. We really appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Starting off, tell us a little bit about what you've been working on over the last semester into the summer.
Yeah, so USG, as we mentioned earlier when we were elected, safety will continue to be our biggest priority because students need to feel safe on and off campus. So USG has collaborated throughout the Big Ten this past summer at a Big Ten Student Government Conference in which we will be collaborating through the Big Ten to work on mental health initiatives and align our mental health awareness weeks in October. On top of that, we have a few big safety wins that we will be rolling out here in the next few weeks that we're really excited to share with the student body, so you guys can stay tuned for that.
Great, and I'm sure it's been a busy time back to school for you. What have you been working on currently and looking forward to work on throughout the entire year?
Yeah, so one of the biggest initiatives that USG has been working on for the last almost 2 years even is finally being launched next Wednesday, which is the University Bike Share System. So it's the first time that students are now able to rent bikes on campus, get to point A to point B, and from class to class, whether they want to go to on campus, off campus. There's a lot of possibilities, and it's only $35 per student for an entire year. So even from the new students being back on campus, there's been a lot of bike thefts recently. So this is a great alternative option to not worry about your bikes, to lug it around campus. It's really affordable, and on top of that, you get a free $45 helmet for signing up, which is an incredible deal for the students. So that is something that's being launched next Wednesday, which is incredible. And then on top of that, one of our large initiatives that the university itself is focusing on is affordability for students. And especially aligning it with STEP and looking at STEP of really what's affordable for students, whether it's on-campus experience, the off-campus experience, dining, tuition, residence halls, all of that compiling to the total cost of student attendance. And Abby and I had the pleasure of being invited to Dr. Drake's Affordability Summit last Friday, where university administration was present for all 8 hours for it. And there was a lot of great discussion for what's going to be coming this next year. One of the aspects that was focused on was academic advising. And Abby and I ran off of improving academic advising this year. And that will be something that we will be accomplishing this year, and making that transparent and coherent, because Ohio State does have the best academic advising in some colleges, in some departments, some majors. But we want to make sure that all students have the access to the best academic advising to get the best academic career.
Great, and as we talked last semester, you touched on a lot of things just now that were on your original platform while you were running for USG president and vice president. Do you guys have any other goals that weren't on your original platform that you'd wish to accomplish by the time you're done serving your time in USG?
Yeah, I can touch on that. So looking into USG and how USG works, it is a student-run organization, and so looking forward, we need to make sure that we're constantly keeping all students' opinions in mind rather than just our own student organization. So on top of all of the platform and policy items that were on our platform during the campaign, we want to make sure that we're constantly getting student feedback and actually being the voice of the students when it comes to working and contacting administrators on campus.
That's one of the things that aligns well with our General Assembly this year, is that the senior counselor to the Vice President, Danielle Descala, will be working on reaching out to the constituencies that the General Assembly represents. So that's going to be a continual basis throughout this year, and I'm really excited. They're really excited. All the senators that are elected are ready to be representative of their constituencies.
So we just welcomed a new freshman class this past week. What do you guys want them to know about you and your interests and what you're involved in outside of USG?
So I think when people hear USG, they think political science, which while politics is a great career, that's not necessarily our career choices. So I want to be a math teacher. So I'm actually student teaching in a Columbus City school this year, and I'm really enjoying that experience and really enjoying, finding my career path in math education and teaching high school students. On top of that, I'm involved in Alpha Phi, which is a sorority within the PHA community, and just involved in my academics, Alpha Phi, and trying to stay positive and keep working with everything with USG.
Great.
Part of the same story, which is very unlikely having two women that are both involved in STEM majors, is that I'm an engineering major. So I'll be looking to go into industry upon graduation with lots of applications and job offers. So that's something that we're both seniors, which is kind of sad for our last year, but really exciting at the same time. So welcoming this new freshman class was almost bittersweet of realizing it was just 3 short years ago that we were in those shoes, and the impact that students can make in the 3 short years, 4 years, is remarkable. Whether that's being involved in student government, I'm involved with being an intern with Big Ten Network on campus, as well as Mount Leadership Society, there's tons of opportunities. And students can take advantage of those and really make their experience at Ohio State the best it can be.
Right, exactly. And going off of that, you know, freshmen only have 4 short years here. It goes by so fast. What advice do you have for them to take full advantage of their time here?
Yeah, so I can't stress it enough how quickly the 4 years that you have here at Ohio State, or sometimes more than 4 years, go. And it is truly remarkable the amount of resources and organizations and intelligent people and, you know, academics that we have here at Ohio State. So get involved in something that you wouldn't necessarily get involved in high school, and go outside of your comfort zone, because that's how I got to where I am, and I can definitely look back on my college experience and know that I made the most out of it.
One thing I would tell the freshman class is that you have this 4 years in college and you come here for an education, a degree at the end of it. But truly enjoy the 4 years that you have and find what you're passionate about. We talk a lot about we aren't the same people that we were freshman year. You find yourself with what you're involved with, you find out what you're truly passionate about, and that eventually leads to what you want to do post-graduation. So that's probably the most important thing that you can do while at Ohio State.